What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Newcastle Beta Save, probably the second to last one. So be sure to leave a like and subscribe and whack the bell on because we are going to have rebuilds coming up right after this mini-series. So make sure you are locked in. And first up will be United, my team. Now today we are going to cover a lot. I'm going to do a quick recap right now. So this is what we have done. So far, we have played a lot of games, and it's been a bit of a mixture of emotion, let's just say that, but we currently are on a bit of a spree. I mean, we've lost one game in between this great form, right? But we have really cooked up a tactical masterclass here. We currently stand, where are we? Competition-wise, we are still in the Premier League, which, by the way, we're leading. With 21 games played, we are still winning the Premier League so far. On top of that, we are still in the FA Cup. We are still in the Carabao Cup. We are still in the Champions League. We are in absolutely everything in our first season with Newcastle with no additional signings. Now, for anyone that's not been watching the series so far, I'd go and watch the other episodes first. But today, we're going to be taking on a bulk load of these. I mean, probably you're going to see me play up until at least this game here against Sunderland. And obviously, if we get further on into the competition, the Champions League, there's going to be even more games. So I'm going to go right now and obviously play Colchester. The game against City's a big one. We have beaten City before, though. I believe. What did we get a point against them? We did beat them 2-1, so we can beat Man City. Whether we do again, I'm not too sure, but we're going to go and get through a few of these games because we have got a lot of games to play today, and I'll keep you updated as we go through. For anyone wondering, we are still using this wonderful tactic, and it is a really good tactic. 4-3-3, 4-1-4-1 out of possession, and it's getting pretty good stuff out of the players. I mean, we can look at this right now. This squad screen, by the way, is actually quite nice. I quite like it, to be honest with you. You can actually insert columns. For people that didn't actually, know about that, you can obviously make that happen. Goal scoring wise, 23 goals, 11 goals, 23 goals then. 11 goals for Nick Voltemade in 23 appearances. 2 assists, 9 and 5 for Jacob Ramsey, 7 and 4 for Alanga, Jacob Murphy 5 and 4, Gordon 4 and 6, 4 for Visa, Tonali 3 and 5. Our best performer, Anthony Alanga. No surprise right there. And it's actually quite interesting because you can obviously also get a rough sort of understanding of what's going on out of possession as well. So detail has not been sacrificed in this year's game. Let me tell you that. But let's go and plummet through some of these games, and I'll come back to you when something real notable, hopefully, has happened. I mean, against City, against Madrid, we've got some big games coming up. Right, we're going to dive into this game against Colchester because they give me a little bit more than what I thought in terms of challenge. So we go 1-0 up inside of 23 minutes, and I was like, do you know what? This is looking all nice right now, and we carry it on. Fabian Schär with the ball into Alanga, ball right through into Ramsey, and a bit of questionable goalkeeping, it's got to be said. And yeah, then things took a bit of a turn. So it's great play from Williams down the right-hand side in the box, and they get a goal here. And I was like, right, okay, things are looking a little bit iffy here. And they got iffy because they actually go and equalise in the 68th minute. A great goal, and I had to make the tactic a lot more attacking. And luckily, within seconds, it actually paid out. And we do get through the cup, but it was not easy. We also had a little bit of luck in the other cup. So that was the FA Cup. This is the Carabao Cup. We do beat Man City again. Now, as you can see, the actual sort of stuff here is a little bit buggy. It's not really showing much, but we beat them 2-1. But to look at the stats here, it was a very, very equal game. So I'm not going to say we got lucky, but it could have went either way. And then this is where we're struggling, right? So, I mean, we did just play Wolves in the Premier League. We won that game right into the Champions League, and we're struggling quite a lot in the Champions League now. Obviously, this is Real Madrid. You look at their team, Lunin, Carvajal, Tuchel, Rudiger, Alaba, Camavinga, Valverde, Gula, Bellingham, Rodrigo, Vinicius. Even with no Mbappe, the team's an absolute joke. And we simply couldn't beat them. We got nowhere near. The stats weren't pretty, so I'm glad they're hiding them. We were nowhere near the pace. We were awful. And it places me here. So you can see that Wolves win there. We then also do go and beat Villa 4-2. Then we lose against Leverkusen in the Champions League, which I don't know where it actually puts me in the Champions League. We may have actually bailed out, to be honest with you. Then this is the killer. A 3-0 loss against Liverpool, because obviously they're second in the table. Now, I will say, for anyone wonders what's going on, we still are top of the table. Now, it's very tight. So currently, the title race is between Newcastle, Liverpool and Arsenal. And there is 3 points from third to first. So any single mistake, we are going to get punished now. That loss against Liverpool is an absolute killer. It's a real tough one to take on the chin and move along. Now, we do scrape past Man City in the second leg at our home game, and we do make it 1-1, and obviously we won the first leg 2-1. So we are playing, where is it? Manchester United in the Carabao Cup final. So at bare minimum, we're going to have a final to actually watch this video, which is really impressive in my opinion. Now, whether we win it, I'm not too sure. What I will say is Manchester United as a club at the moment, obviously still being ran not by Amorim, by Sarri. Okay, was not expecting that. That's what I wanted to check. So, very baffling, to be honest with you. How they're doing, obviously, they're still doing quite well. The Premier League, they are actually in 13th place. So, we might have a chance of winning that trophy. Now, what I will say is the upcoming fixtures we have got, they're quite challenging in some sense. Brentford, I think we should win. I think we should take on Brentford. Tottenham will be interesting. The FA Cup, obviously, is quite a big one against Chelsea. Champions League, we still are in. And I didn't even see that. There's one thing I do wish about this game, and it's petty, but it's a request. I wish the competitions were maybe different colours to make them pop a little bit more. But we are playing Villarreal then, and that would be the round of 16. So we are definitely through. Now, how far were we actually, can we look at the sort of league phase stage? We can. So we actually finished in 13th place. Yeah, that's obviously another bug because it should show the games that we win. Hopefully that'll be fixed for when the actual game's out. But yeah, so I mean, so far the season's looking really strong, but everything's on a knife point. It's so close. Well, this is the first I've seen of this in a long time. This is going to be a Premier League game against Brentford. I'm going to show you because the team sort of come to life a little bit. We go 1-0 up inside of a couple of minutes, and the confidence is oozing out of these players. Gordon through to Willock, and that is 2 in 24 minutes, and I think we finally have found our attacking spark from somewhere. Willock takes on his man, goes past him. It's a great finish. A little bit of luck there in the end. I believe it's Alanga who gets the goal to go 3-0 up. Now, sadly, it's not perfection. We are going to go and concede a goal here from Thiago. It's a great bit of play, and to be honest, there's no stopping that man. He wanted to score, the guy scored. Now, we are going to bounce back and retain that sort of 3-goal cushion by actually going 4-1 up. Livramento, of all people. But for the first time in a long time, I've seen my team score 5 goals in a game. And things got a little bit more real, because after that win, we're only able to get a point against Tottenham in the Premier League. Not good for the title race. We get axed out of the FA Cup Chelsea by 2 goals from Pedro and also Esteval. So we're out of the FA Cup. We do win the first leg against Villarreal away from home. And we are going to play that right now together, because that is a must-win game. And yeah, it's still quite close. There's only 1 goal in it. And we also get a point against City. So for the first time in a long time, guys, again, I hate saying it, but we are not Premier League leaders. We are in 3rd place. We are 1 point behind Arsenal and Liverpool, and that's how close it is. Realistically, this is a 3-way battle between me, Arsenal, and obviously Liverpool, and it all comes down to what happens. Now, what I will say is, fixture-wise, do we play any of those again? Villarreal, Everton, United, Sunderland, Chelsea, Arsenal, we do. So Arsenal we play again, so we can get the upper hand if we win that game. Liverpool, it's all in their hands. And I've not done this yet, so it might take a bit of clicking around to get to. But how hard is it to go and see their fixture list? Liverpool, can we go and look at it? Oh, super easy. Super easy. What are people talking about that's difficult? It's right there. Have they got a tough sort of ends? West Ham, Wolves, Bournemouth, Tottenham? United, Chelsea, they could draw or lose some games there. So there is hope. We still can win the Premier League. But right now, my attention goes to the Champions League because we are going into the second leg against Villarreal, who, by the way, in their sort of reign where they're playing, they've had a pretty up and down season. So one game they're good, one game they're bad. So hopefully we're now about to play them. We get the bad side because I don't really want to lose it. Now, obviously Gordon can't play. So we're going to sort out the team and we're going to dive right into this game. I think this is exactly what we're going to roll with. So again, same formation, same vibe. Joelinton in midfield now to cover a little bit of an injury crisis. And we have got a lot of injuries. So we are even seeing Malik go into DM. So we're going to see what we can do. Well, to be fair, Bruno might be able to start. Oh, it's risky. Let's get Bruno in. It's very risky, but let's get him in, and we'll see what happens. We're at the point of the season now where things are a little bit wavy. We don't know what's really going to go on. So, yeah, this is sort of, well, it's going to be pretty ropey, this. I mean, Villarreal might not be Spain's finest, but they are a team that can turn up, especially when there was Unai Emery in charge of them. They have done it before in big competitions. Playing a 4-2-4, obviously, Gerard Moreno, I believe that is up front, a pretty good player. And we do lead 2-1, so let's go and see what we can do. We're playing balanced once again, and yeah, no pressure, just don't lose. Then it's a highlight right away for Villarreal. Inside of 6 minutes, they're going to go through and nearly make it 1-0. Now, I'm not going to start panicking, but if they start to dominate, we may have to have a little bit of a tactical tweak. But so far, it's not concerning me too much. What is concerning me a little bit is we can't actually see any of these match stats. They seem to be a little bit bugged at the moment, so I will report that to SI. Bruno to Alanga, just about gets on there. Decent little play. Decent. Oh, it's a little bit unlucky. But I tell you what, so far this game actually has been leaning towards Villarreal. So I've got to bear that in mind and remember. There's a good chance here. They're through 1-on-1 and it's it's off the post. Now, oh, he was onside. That is as close as it gets. Not pretty. Well, welcome to one of the most boring games you'll ever see because we've just defended very, very well. Obviously, they've had a couple of chances, but we're going to actually go in all tied up, which, to be honest, you can argue they deserve a goal. So we're going to dig right into the second half, start off pretty hot, I hope. And, yeah, because I don't know if I can sit here and take this tension for much longer. Well, we've got a set piece, and traditionally, this is where we shine. Bruno Guimaraes, can he put a ball in? A little bit of time wasting coming in now. Oh, it's gone a little bit laggy. We don't like to see that in the beta, but nothing comes from it. Hang on. Did it hit a hand? There's drama. A bit of laggy drama. Is it going to be given a penalty potentially? He's going to the VAR. It's the first time we've seen it, and it's been given. VAR has given us a penalty, and that will cause a lot of drama, as it is going to be none other than, who is that up front? Is that Big Nick? It might be Big Nick. What's he doing with his hand? Is he pointing somebody in the crowd? Nick Voltemade is going to step up and score, and that should be a big, big deficit for them to climb. Massive. Hang on a second, because Villarreal, on the instant reply, nearly made it happen. Are we going to clear it? We are going to clear it. A little knockdown, maybe? It's coming right back to us. I think Villarreal might have a sniff here. They're going for it, and it's on. Well, I don't even know what to say. What has just happened? That is crazy. Another highlight in the 56th minute, and Alanga is going to lose it, so this might be a Villarreal moment, as they are going to be playing it around the back quite well, to be honest. Johan Foyth with the ball here, taking his time. What's he going to do? Decent play here, out wide, and I tell you what, they potentially do deserve a goal this game, so it might be coming, and that is a great interception from Livramento. It is going to be, hopefully, nothing coming from the corner, and we survive another big moment. Things are looking good. Another highlight coming in, 66 minutes on the clock. Are they going to build up from the back, or are we going to be seeing a Villarreal mistake? I feel like one more goal for us would make this 4-1, most likely the end of the game. Good challenge there from Fabian Schär. What's going to go on then? And Morelio is going to step inside. Oh, he's moving like Lionel Messi, and that was a wonder ball. So surprised that did not result in a goal, but so far we're holding on once again, and I'm almost quite glad we can't see the match stats because we're probably getting blitzed. A ball in from Bruno Guimaraes, a little set piece, and it's a miss. How has Dan Burn put it wide? Hang on, not a penalty, no. Come on, another penalty would have been nice. Well then, just 10 minutes left of the game and a highlight coincidentally. Okay, I do not mind a highlight. Jolinton, we're on the ball, so hopefully it could be a goal. Dan Burn inverting really well. It's a bad pass and hopefully a teammate can help him recover. No, they are on the attack. Okay, this is worrying. Loads of space for Solomon. Oh, wow, he's going alone, and he has skied it. That is diabolical. I tell you what, if Villarreal could finish, we could be in danger here. Oh, we've lost it again. We're being really sloppy in the last sort of couple of minutes of this game. I've got a feeling Villarreal might get a goal, and I'll be very surprised if they don't. It's a great ball over the top into Solomon again. I'm a little bit buggy, I must say, today. Not the greatest, but they are going to grab a goal. Moreno, 5 goals in 9 matches, and this is where I go cautious because we've still got the lead. Realistically, it's a couple of minutes to hold on for. Oh, 5 minutes at a time. This might be interesting. I'll keep it rolling. Please get over the line because I have not prepared for extra time. So get me over the line. We are going to be over the line and we are through to the quarters of the UCL. But well, that was not easy, let's be honest. Well, I want to turn my attention to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We're playing Arsenal, title contenders, and we went 1-0 up. Now, sadly, Saliba has a little bit of magic there, into Saka, into Odegaard to make it 1-1. But we are actually going to go on to win the first leg. Now, the downside to this is we've got to play them at the Emirates, but the first leg actually went really well. But as you can see towards the bottom of this schedule, before we got to that game, we actually did pick up 6 points. A 2-1 win over Manchester United with goals from Jacob Ramsey and Big Nick up front, and we went down to 10 men. Sunderland, we just about won with a 1-0 game. We obviously won there against Arsenal, but sadly, Chelsea beat us 2-0 in the Premier League, and that Premier League is looking a little bit ropey now. And yeah, our next game is the second leg at the Emirates. Anything but a loss here and we're going to be fine. And thank you very much, Arsenal, because that is a gift, that is. That is going to be a great start to this game, and I am pleased to announce we're going to be heading to the semis of the Champions League because all they could get was 1 goal. So then, what could add a bit of spice to this video? What would make it really intense? Well, let me tell you right now, we're about to play our first cup final in this Football Manager with Newcastle. The Carabao Cup final. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a big one, okay, because I really want to win at least a trophy this season. The Premier League is now looking a little bit ropey. The Champions League would be a pure miracle because we're playing Barcelona. So, I mean, miracles do happen, but will it happen? That I don't know. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. So, let's go and play this final. Try and get some motivation in these lads. Right then, and sadly, we have got a few tired players. It is that time of the season. So, we're starting off here with some players on the bench that usually would start, like Nick Voltemade, Bruno, Tonali, Jolinton. We're starting off with a bit of a weakened team, which I don't like, but they were so tired. So we've got a big amount of players to bring on, but it's all about whether that's going to cost us. Now, United have gone in full strength. I imagine, you know, prioritising this game a lot more because they're not in a title battle. But this is honestly, well, if we can get to half-time without, you know, really going a goal down, we can then bring on our sort of, well, not putting it harshly, but our best team. However, a set piece here, Murphy, 2 minutes on the clock. Is it going to happen? Murphy, ball in, set piece, no. We've been so good from set pieces, and maybe it's still alive. Alanga. Oh my, Alanga down the left-hand side, and it's a little bit unlucky. Ahmad is going to eventually clear, and maybe they're on the attack. Ahmad down the right-hand side, over the top, into Cunha, who's through one-on-one, and oh, dearie me, that's vulnerability at its worst. That was not pretty to watch. 2 good chances already. Another highlight inside of 12 minutes, and I'm getting a little bit ropey. I was going to go on to cautious, but I didn't really think, do you know what, a little bit negative maybe. So we are sticking on balanced, and we are going to be hopefully looking positive. Alanga going through. Is he going to rocket it? It is an effort, but I believe Casemiro put a block in there, and Lehmann's just an easy capture. So far, both teams could win this game, guys. It is literally neck and neck. Well, another highlight, and they keep on coming, and we are playing some elegant football, but we just can't really get get the goal. Elanga, Casemiro with a great challenge, but Elanga wins it back. What's he got to do? Trippier back into Elanga. Good on the ball. Into Fabian Schär, into Ramsey, and that is beautiful. Elanga, little cutback into Ramsey, and it's 1-0. Jacob Ramsey, 2 goals in 5 minutes, and that play was beautiful. What a way to start the Carabao Cup final with our weaker sort of midfield anyway on display. And just look at this here. Look at the elegance. Look at the passion. Great little cutback there from Elanga. A little flick on, and that, well, that is quite simply as nice as it ever gets. And another highlight, 18 minutes on the clock. Ramsey feeds it through into Osuala, back into Fabian Schär. Loads of momentum on the ball right now. Botman taking his time into Lewis Miley, out wide into Dan Burn, sitting a little bit narrow. Murphy on the ball. What's he got to do? Take on his man. He is going to take on his man. Cuts inside. Oh my, wow, he's taking on the team. Murphy goes alone, and oh, it's not a great strike in the end, but we are looking lively. United are on the attack here. They've been playing out from the back quite well, and they may have a chance. They're playing some great passing here. Ahmad out wide. Is it going to be a goal? He's going to cut it, I believe. Into Bruno, into Ahmad. Cunha on the turn, and I think, was that Ramsdale flicked that onto the bar? I don't think it was, but that's a close chance. And oh, that's another highlight. Yeah, this is... United have definitely stepped it up a couple of paces, because we are now seeing what they could really do. Martinez running. What's he going to do? Back to De Ligt. They're playing quite cautiously, but they are progressing, so it is working whatever they're doing. Into Ahmad down the right-hand side, burning his man, going alone, and that's 1-1. Yeah, this final is not going to be easy. Like I said, we have still got a lot of good players to bring on, but yeah, maybe not as easy as what I once thought. What a goal from Ahmad. Well, Ramsdale over the top then into Murphy. Is he going to get it? He's not going to get it, but luckily Lewis Miley is going to be there. What a ball from Miley into Murphy. No one in the box at the moment though. He's going to go alone and hit it. It's a good save, and the rebound to Elanga, and it's over. What a waste of a chance. A great save there though from Layman's, and this half has been absolutely action-packed, and we're going again. Mount is going to find Luke Shaw. A little cut back into Martinez, back into the middle, into Mazraoui, who clearly is inverting quite well. And this is what United were doing that whole first half, really, inside the 20 minutes, just building up. And Mount back inside, into Mazraoui, into Cunha, into Bruno, going through, strikes it, and that, again, way too easy. Way too easy. Half-time can't come quick enough. I'm waiting until half-time to bring on these players, so they're going to have a full bit of energy for the second half, but I might regret the decision, because United may score by then. Just all these games coming at once. I sound like Jurgen Klopp now. They're an absolute nightmare, such a pain to deal with, and United may punish me. Bruno back into Ahmad. Ahmad's taken on so many people, going alone. It's a good save from Ramsdale. Half time needs to come now, right now. But what's Ramsdale going to do? Is he going to go long with this? He isn't. We're going to try and play out from the back. Nothing happens. Get me to half time. I want to make my subs ASAP. We've got to highlight the last kick of the first half, and it is going to be Trippier stepping up for this, who can strike set pieces and nearly does. A good save from Layman's. Is anything going to happen from the corner, or is that going to be the first half over? It is going to be the first half over, but we can get into the second half. We can get into the second half, right? Okay. Whew, I know it's a beta. I was worried then. I thought we were about to crash. I'm going to keep that in the video to show my panic, because that will be interesting. Let's get Big Nick on. Let's get Bruno on. In fact, we'll get Bruno on in DM. Ramsey's obviously scored, so I'm going to keep him on. In fact, we are going to bring on the whole batch, because they are our first team, really. Murphy's been quality. Yeah, we're good here. We're good. We are good to go. Let's address the team with those subs, and let's start this second half with a good midfield now. Right then, the subs are on, and yeah, this is where we can win the game. Now, it's risky because obviously, for example, Walter Maid is actually very close to being injured in terms of how fit he is, but I need him for a cup final, and this is the risk. Elanga hits it, nothing comes from it, but I'm hoping this game does not obviously go the distance, because I just want to get this wrapped up and then play a bit more cautious. But I am playing one of the best teams in world football, no jokes in the comments. It's not exactly easy. So let's see what we can do here then. Botman into Bruno, one of 3 midfield players coming on, into Nick Waltermaid. Great ball. Trippier down the right hand side, back into Bruno, back into Elanga. What's he got to do? Back into Nick, back into Elanga. Big impact, and that should have been it. It should have been it. Alanga hits the post against his former club as well. And that is a great impact from Nick up front, linking up the play. What a player. Won the ball back here, finally. I tell you what, Newcastle didn't touch the ball for about half an hour. Oh, it was going to be a mistake. We have been outpossessed like crazy in this half. We're now having a good spell of possession. Look at this play. I mean, it's nice, but let's try and progress a little bit, lads, yeah? It's beautiful to watch on the eye, but I mean, let's try and, you know, push forward a little bit. We keep going backwards, boys. What's going on? We should be forward thinking. I mean, this is great passing play. This would be like a moment where you go, olé, olé. But I mean, I want to see a bit of excitement. And that, referee, thank you very much. This could be a chance because we are good from set pieces. Jacob Murphy, please put a good ball in. Oh, that's even better. Alanga went to hit that. Interesting. Back into Alanga, into Trippier, into Joelinton, who's lost it. And that could be a ball over the top. It is a ball over the top. And it is going to be Mbeumo going through. Oh, no, not like this. He's got to go. He's got to go. He's got to go. And it's a goal from our own set piece. And right now, I'm going to go positive at bare minimum. I need to get back into this game. What a way to concede in the final. What a counter-attack, to be fair. Substitution time. We are going to welcome on. Let's get Harvey Barnes on right away. Get him right into the action. I need just a set of fresh legs, to be honest to you. Just someone who can run at a back line. Someone with a little bit of energy in him. Bruno done sensationally well there. Trippier out wide. What's he going to do? Plenty of space down the right-hand side. Come on, Trippier. Alanga. Play it into Nick Alanga. Into Nick. No, Trippier. What are you going to do? Bruno Ramirez hits it, and it's nothing. This is going to be a heartbreaking game if we do lose it. And unfortunately, that was given as offside anyway. Well, another highlight is going to be coming in. I'm going to accept that of shooting less often for Alanga. Another highlight, and we need to capitalise soon. We need to press, we need to work hard, and we need to do it quickly. As we can see, Bruno playing it out wide into Mbeumo. And another goal here would probably be a nail in the coffin. And it nearly is. It's a corner, and I might have to go attacking soon, just to guarantee we do throw enough at this. In fact, I'm going to go attacking and really try and get this going, because I don't feel like we deserve to lose this game. So, yeah, it's not nice. And I mean, in terms of the tactics, we're going to go into the team instructions and really try and rev this up a little bit. So, for example, let's go into the in possession, get this tempo maxed out, go a little bit more standard, be more expressive, and try and really take the game to them. We need to try and get this done because a goal here is essential. It really is. Well, it is going to be another highlight, and what is going to come of it? Well, we are going to pick up the ball. About 12 minutes remaining on the clock. Fabian Schär is going to be on the ball into Bruno, and again, it's individual errors, and from a player like Bruno that I would not expect an error to come from. And Mbeumo is going to be so good on the ball, and it's another goal, and it's an own goal, but I'm not even going to blame Fabian Schär. That comes down to a poor bit of play from Bruno Guimaraes. There was plenty of space to pass around him. And I think that is going to be all she wrote. Is heartbreak in our first cup final. And we've had to learn the hard way with Newcastle. It's always been like that, on and off all season. And yeah, I doubt we're going to be seeing a miracle comeback. We've had to go attacking. We've had to up the tempo. And we've had to take more risks. And sadly, I think we are now seeing the price of that. Mazraoui and De Ligt just playing it around. So much space into Ahmad, who's just going to go past him. I mean, it's so easy for Ahmad at the end of the day. Goes through, and another chance. This is not looking pretty at all. Not in the slightest. And that is going to be pain. It's going to be pain. And the game's laggy, and it's going to make me watch the trophy lift. I can't even skip it at the moment. So we'll take this in together. Me and the viewers win and lose together. We're all part of the same family. And yeah, it's the team that I support in real life. So mixed emotions, really. It's a mixed bag. And well, it is going to wrap up with one very, very, very interesting last episode that will be coming out tomorrow. Because yeah, it's all to play for tomorrow. We have got the potential, and I say potential because there's no guarantee we do it, to win the Premier League. We look at the Premier League table. Obviously, we're second, and we've got as much chance as anybody. Liverpool have lost a couple. Arsenal are only 1 point ahead of us, and if I look at the schedule, we do get to play them again. The Champions League, we're in the semi-finals against Barcelona. There is a lot to tune in for tomorrow, so make sure you come come back and check it out, because I've just felt what heartbreak feels like in FM26, and I'm going to tell you this right now. I don't plan to feel it again, so the Premier League I really want to gun for. If we can get past Arsenal, who have we got to take on? Crystal Palace we can beat. We can beat Bournemouth. We can beat Brighton. We can beat all of these teams. If we can beat Arsenal and Liverpool sort of stay where they are, we can do this. So please do leave a like and subscribe, hype up the video, and yeah, make sure you tune in tomorrow because it's going to be make or break for me.